Dumbest decisions made by characters on The Sopranos. Also, this is in no order. Jimmy Ultieri was one of the capos in the first season, and honestly, he was probably the most obvious informant out of them all. After being in jail for a hot minute, you and Tony go to the basement to talk in private, which is wired up by. You start bringing up old fucking crimes. At that point, you might as well just show everybody The Wire.
I just want you to know, I always thought you had that right too, you know?
Jimmy, let me tell you something.
Crazy part is, with all of this information and moments where Jimmy is acting weird, this wasn't even the reason why he got whacked. It was only because Tony assumed that Makazian's guy got everything wrong, but in reality, Puss and Jimmy were rats. Just, he didn't have that much information on Pussy compared to Jimmy. Artie Bucco has had so many dumbass moments on the show, it's never just one. For one, every hostess he hires, he ends up falling in love with them. First one was Adriana. Adriana stopped working with him, and I think that's when she got the club around that time. He was in shambles. My man's was drinking. Another reoccurring thing you're going to notice is that Tony is basically his savior in a lot of these situations. Then the next one, he really got finessed out of 50 G's that he didn't have by a French baddie and her brother. Mind you, his wife worked there too. She talking about some, oh, I'm full for eating all your gnocchi, I'm going to get a big belly. Like, come on now, that's crazy. She was the distraction to get on Philippe. Man, this scene was so funny to me, oh my god. And the smartest person in this whole situation was Ralph, because Ralph knew if he gave Artie the 50 G's and he couldn't pay him back, Ralph couldn't do nothing to him because of his relationship with Tony. And when Artie went to go try to get the money back from John Philip, yo, he's in the mirror practicing. But him and that fucking earring.
You ripped my fucking ear!
You call me.
Oh. I freak out! I want my...
His attempt to get the money back failed. Artie tries to off himself because he knew he couldn't face Tony after that. It was a sad scene. And then the last one, Martina. She was probably the worst one of them all. He's distracted by his attraction to her. She's out here flirting with Benny and stealing credit cards from customers the whole time. Personally, I really thought Benny was gonna die. He fucked him up bad.
Want some more?
This can't be Benny Fabio, the mastermind. No way. Honestly, I wish Artie realized that he had it all. He was married to one of the baddest female characters on the show. Artie's a talented chef with his own restaurant. Despite how he probably feels about his own life, it turned out pretty good. There are mobsters that would kill for this. I can't lie. There was times where Charmaine was definitely aggy, but for the most part, she really looked out for Artie, because there's no way that you letting all these mobsters run a $6,000 bill. That's crazy. You literally be feeding all of New Jersey, and none of these guys pay. None of these guys pay. Now we have Matthew Bevilacqua and Sean Gismonti when being eager and impatient goes wrong. These two, and the last one I'm going to talk about, are the reason why I think Christopher isn't the dumbest character on the show. Shit, I throw Paulie in. And honestly, they could have been decent, but they overdid it, and they became an aggravation in a lot of ways. Especially to Tony.
Hey, this is what I'm talking about, motherfucker. Am I supposed to be sitting here, you fucking...
They know Furio was there to collect money. Pretend they don't know why he's there. Don't have the money ready, and then on top of that, there's so much stolen shit in the back. They are literally getting high while Furio was outside, knocking at the door. Dumbest shit they have ever done that led to their demise was thinking by whacking Christopher, they were going to move up. They've been associates for maybe less than a year at this point in the show. Not only that, Sean still had a seatbelt on, and instead of laying low or disappearing, like leaving the state of New Jersey in general, he goes to Richie's, tells him what happened and who did it, and said they did it for him because he was hitting Adriana, which is like crazy because for one, Richie is beefing with Tony. He's only a captain, and he has no room to talk. He's beating up the boss's dog. Try to get rid of a made man who's also the boss's nephew. What did you think was gonna happen?
The last fucking drink you're ever gonna have.
And the last one I'm going to talk about is Jackie Aprile Jr., the Nepo mobster. I kind of feel bad for him, I'm not going to lie. In a matter of 2 years, your father passes from stomach cancer, and your uncle gets clipped. Not saying Richie was much of a fucking role model or anything, but still. He doesn't really have anybody but his mom and his sister at this point. And out of nowhere decides he wants to be a part of a life he knows little to nothing about. He's moving very fucking delusional. Like, he had a whole sit down. Like he was Michael Corleone. So one of his boys could sell drugs at Adriana's club after being kicked out and told no. But for the most part, all that dumb shit was excused until Ralph decides. He tells Jackie Jr. about the time his father and Tony robbed Feach LaMotta's card game. But the problem with this is, Ralph left a couple of things out. Tony's father and uncle were made men, and I think they were also captains at the time this happened. So was Richie, Jackie Sr.'s older brother. And nobody was high.
Let's do it before the crank wears off.
They went in guns blazing, scared, high, and shaking and shit. And if they had just robbed the card game and left, that's one thing. But once y'all start shooting shit up, y'all done scared y'all fucking getaway driver, which is crazy, by the way. He got up out of there. Christopher recognized Jackie's voice. And the biggest thing they fucked up on was, for one, they shot Sunshine and they shot Furio, who's a made guy. Jackie was done for. Ralph had one decision: keep him alive or don't. Decisions made by characters to Sopranos. Again, this is in no order. Part 2. First we have Gigi. And for the most part, Gigi was a loyal mobster and he was promoted to capo in season 3. But the dumbest shit he ever did was have Bobby Sr. do a hit. He was in his 70s. It was on his godson, Mustang Sal. Shit crazy. He's sick, old, and dumb as fuck. He died after doing this fucking hit. All this coughing and shit. Now we have Coco. And I'm not gonna lie, Coco was bold as fuck. Within this war between the New York family and the Soprano family, Coco thinks it's okay to say a whole bunch of weird, creepy shit to Meadow. Saying this to the boss's daughter, it's a death sentence. Honestly, I'm surprised Tony didn't kill him in that bar.
Whoa! Sit down.
Next we have Paulie Walnuts, who is a funny ass fucking character, but I feel like he's the dumbest character. Up there with Christopher even. Now when it comes to his beef with Ralph, in no means is Ralph innocent in any of this shit whatsoever. He prank calls Paulie's mother and tells her that her son doesn't love her and he's never coming to visit her again and shit. This played a really big part within their beef, amongst other things. But that damn Jenny Sack joke, man. The crazy part is he wasn't even there for the joke. His ass was locked up in Ohio, I think.
I hear Jenny Sack's getting a 95-pound mold taken off her ass.
His punk ass nephew Lil Paulie decides to tell him, which was stupid as fuck on his part. But that still didn't give Paulie the right to tell Johnny Sack. And again, he was not even there. Chaos would have really broke out if Johnny Sack put a hit out on Ralph, I'm not gonna lie. He was furious. This kind of fucked up their friendship, amongst other situations that occurred. Puts Tony in a rough spot. One of his guys is making a joke about another man's wife, a made man's wife, and Carmine really didn't give a fuck for real. Johnny was so furious. Then we got Paulie. I don't know why he thought Carmine knew who he was. He's getting played.
He asks about you. Give him my love. I will. You like hearing that.
We can't forget Paulie's mother at Green Grove. Man, I don't know what was worse. What was so funny to me is that there was cliques at a fucking nursing home and they didn't want Paulie's mom to be around them. And he didn't give a fuck whatsoever. Like, he did not care whatsoever. I think the only time they tolerated Paulie and his mom was when they was out on a nice dinner. They were both equally insufferable. He wanted these old ass ladies to be friends with his mom so bad. He had his nephew, little Paulie, and he had the mastermind, Benny, chase down, I think it was Cookie's son. I think that's her name, I forgot, but Cookie didn't give a fuck either. But the craziest shit he did was take out this old ass woman. Robbed her too. I feel like this is one of his lows outside of the Johnny Sack shit, because this is wild. He's stealing money from an old ass woman and then you choke her out, like, bro. The whole Pine Barren situation, very preventable. Paulie had one simple task to do. All he had to do was pick up money from the Russian. Simple. The moment he steps foot in the man's house, he's a fucking asshole to him. And I understand if the man was rude, he offered him a drink. And things just get worse. The moment Paulie turns around and sees his TV, I don't know what it is, breaks his fucking remote, and then takes his life. Him and Christopher went from picking up money to disposing a body. If I was Christopher, I'd just be like, how do we get here? Come to find out, they didn't really kill him. He's still alive. He took off like the Flash. Next, we have Tony the Animal Blundetto. No reason to get back into life whatsoever. I don't know if it's just me, but Tony Blundetto never felt like him. He just wasn't believable to me, especially when he takes out not one, two made men, one of them being the brother of a capo. You take them out in the sloppiest way possible. At least wear a mask. They know what you look like. They know who you are. And what he did to Joey Peeps was so fucking loud. Now he got a fucked up foot. He did it for Rusty and Angelo, of all people. Basically as a favor for Carmine Jr. for killing his first love, who was also his cousin.
She any good? No. And what am I asking you for? You probably...
And before he got back into the life for real, things were going good for him. He had so much luck. Kim, a man who at first didn't care for Tony whatsoever, saw his potential and helped him get his own little massage parlor. And what does he do? To repay the man back, he beats the dog shit out of him. Well, barely, because I'm not gonna lie, he was losing most of that fight. Some more lucky shit happens to him. He finds like 20K on the ground. Like somebody literally threw 20K off the car on the ground. He burns right through that shit. Man, he could have used that to help his business, maybe get out his mom's house, all because he wanted to be like these guys. But he ultimately met his demise over Billy.
Your brother Billy, whatever happened there?
All right then. Whatever happened there?
The shooting.
Whatever happened there?
God rest his soul.
And again, Tony is in a rough situation with the Lupertazzi family over somebody in his family. He knew what Phil would have done to his cousin, so Tony had to take out Tony. And last, we got Vito Spatafore, the fucking parade float. Sometimes I feel like you can tell when a character is about to get killed off, the more they get screen time. I just feel like that happens. He's like the first thing we see in like season 5, season 6, I can't remember. Find out that Vito played for a different team.
Catching, not pitching.
And this is like a death sentence in the mob for the most part, and the way he moves is so reckless. He did a terrible job at hiding. You partying at a gay club that is owned by mobsters? Come on, bro. Like, come on now. It may not have been in Jersey, but New York, come on now. Like, yeah, nobody's gonna see you here. It's fucked up that he left his kids, but I'm not gonna lie. He's a dead man in Jersey. Shit, Tony sent the mastermind after him. He goes to New Hampshire, falls in love with fucking Johnny Cakes, and instead of trying to adapt to your new life, you are bitching about what, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour of hard work? I thought you were in construction. You really don't do shit. Almost forgot when he was drinking and he hit somebody and then whacked him. He makes the foolish mistake of going back to Jersey.
He's just there, that's all.
You sandbagged me and cut your fucking throat open.
I'm sorry.
Once Phil knew he was back, it was over from there. You gotta remember, Phil is also a closeted gay man, so he literally came out the closet to shove a pool cue up Vito's ass. Crazy way to go out. Death by pool cue. And that concludes the video. Hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe.